When parents separate or divorce, a custody order is put in place to ensure that the child's best interests are served. However, sometimes one parent may not follow the custody order, which can lead to disputes and legal action. In this video, we will guide you through the steps to file a motion for contempt and provide you with essential information to help you navigate this process. Before we dive into the steps, let's understand what a motion of contempt is and when it may be necessary. A motion for contempt is filed when one parent believes the other parent is not complying with the custody order. This can include various violations such as failure to pay child support, moving without permission, or engaging in harmful behavior. If you believe that the other parent is violating the custody order, you may need to file a motion for contempt to enforce the order. Now, let's walk through the steps to file a motion for contempt. Step 1. Determine whether you qualify. The first step is to review the custody judgment to ensure that it is valid and enforceable. The custody order must be issued by the court with jurisdiction over the case or recognized by the state under the Uniform Child Custody Jurisdiction and Enforcement Act, UCCJEA. If you have a valid and enforceable custody order from another state, you may be able to file a motion for registration of the order with a Louisiana court. If you are unsure whether your custody order is valid and enforceable, you may want to consult with an attorney. Step 2. Prepare and fill out the forms. The next step is to obtain the necessary forms to file a rule for contempt. You can get these forms from the clerk of court or online. These forms will require you to provide basic information about the custody order and the other parent. There will also be a section where you can specify the ways in which the other parent is violating the custody order. Be sure to fill out the forms completely and accurately. Step 3. File the forms with the court. Once you have completed the forms, it's time to file them with the clerk of court in the parish where the custody order was issued. You'll need to pay a filing fee when you file the papers. If you are unable to afford the fee at the moment, you can inquire about filing in forma pauper and delaying the fees. The clerk of court will stamp the papers and give you a copy. Keep this copy for your records. Step 4. Serve the other parent. After filing the motion for contempt, you must serve a stamped copy of the papers to the other parent. This is called service of process. You can serve the papers in person or by certified mail. If you serve the papers in person, you can ask a friend or relative who is over 18 years old and not involved in the case to serve the papers. If you serve the papers by certified mail, you must request a return receipt to prove that the other parent received the papers. Be sure to follow the rules for the service process carefully, as improper service can delay the case. Step 5. Attend the hearing. The court will schedule a hearing to determine if the other parent is in contempt of the custody order. You and the other parent need to attend the hearing. At the hearing, you and the other parent may present evidence or testimony to support your position. Be prepared to explain why you believe the other parent is in contempt and provide evidence to support your claim. Step 6. Await the court's decision. After the hearing, the court will make a decision regarding whether the other parent is in contempt of the custody order. If the court finds that the other parent is in contempt, the court may impose penalties such as fines or even jail time. The court may also change the custody order to better protect the child's best interests. Be sure to follow the court's orders carefully to avoid further legal action. In addition to filing a motion for contempt, there are other issues to consider related to enforcing child custody. For example, If one parent intends to relocate, this can impact the custody arrangement and enforcement. A parent may need to give notice to the other parent when they are relocating. Another issue to consider is the return of a child kept in violation of a custody order. If a child is being kept in violation of a custody order in Louisiana, the custodial parent can take legal action to have the child returned. Enforcing a child custody order can be a challenging process, but it's important to take action if you believe that the other parent is violating the order. By following the steps we've outlined and seeking legal advice when necessary, you can take the necessary steps to ensure that your child's best interests are protected. Remember, the court's primary concern is the well-being of the child, so be sure to focus on what's best for your child throughout the process.